Hello, hello. I had a couple of vying uh, energies to start with, and the first one was just an image of somebody coming in uh, to a rehearsal. It was a full orchestra, and everybody else was, poised with their bow and however it goes, ready to play. And this person came in, kind of jostled in, knocking into music stands, trying to set themselves up, trying to be there and be part of this thing. But they ended up being so much not a part of it because they were late and they disrupted it at the moment these guys were about to begin. Like everybody had gotten quiet and ready, and then suddenly enter stage left. You probably should have waited in the wings. So there was that. And then the other one was a dream I had at the end of March. And I just flipped the page open, and there it was. It was about a herd of horses, like maybe wild mustangs, um, that had been scattered by people who had come in to wrangle the horses, to catch some, and they had separated the stallion and the principal mare. I mean, one stallion, a whole bunch of mares, but there was something about these two that they belonged together, and they got separated in the course of this disruption, this wrangling business. And in the dream, the word repair, repair, repair was coming into my head. And when I wrote the dream down, I was sort of thinking repair, repair these two that were driven apart, and then I heard it as repair. The two that were separated need to come back together, repair it. The stallion and the mare. Okay, so repair and whatever the other one was. Oh, coming in late to the... it's sort of like a performance, but there's this very sacred feeling to it. And the late person busts in and tries to meld with something that's already underway. First card out, Eight of Pentacles. That's sort of a work in progress. Pentacles energy. Somebody's put effort into something to transform it. You see the butterfly right up against her. It's almost like she's the... It's interesting too, she's holding a wand or a baton. It's a Pentacles energy. It's about the effort of transforming something, a work in progress. It may be a creative work because now the wand looks like a paintbrush. King of Swords. Could be an air sign involved with this. Somebody who's, see the bird that covers one eye? The eye of the bird becomes the other eye of the person. It's sort of like the artistic, sometimes King of Swords can be somebody who's cold and analytical. In this way, I see it as sort of the artistic, having the artistic eye. What something can become with work and effort. The artwork. So, it might be that you're an artist that somebody you're dealing with is an artist, like a visual artist, because swords are all about being able to see clearly, being able to see clearly. Okay, what's going on? Tell us, King of Swords, what do you see? Oh. Eight of Swords, the cage in which this person is sort of trapped, the angelic energy that is held back in sword energy, King of Sword energy. He can look, but he can't touch, something like that. Queen of Wands, that's the object of desire, Wands energy. Okay. It's like she's called this person in. She may be the artist, because Queen of Wands is very creative and free and gorgeous. And gorgeous means to do with the throat, the gorge. She may be a singer or something like that. And he can watch her, but he can't reach her somehow. What's going on? Okay, 2 8s we have here. 8 and 8 is 16. 16 is Tower. He may be up in his head because he knows that she could really not only rearrange his life, but yeah, okay, under King of Swords. I was saying affect its stability. 4 of Wands. That's the bower, that's the place where you'd meet up with the love of your life. And the 2 birds on the wire, it's like their guides have brought them both to this place. There are little silhouettes of 2 people dancing on the roof. They may be drawn to her home, to the bower that she's built. And this is what they've built. Not a bower, but a cage. And just because it's a King of Swords doesn't mean it's a man. You know, it's not like I'm always ragging on the guy. But it is somebody who's thought their way into a box, into a cage. And they've also, in that way, suppressed their own creativity. We have the bird here that's like an artistic, a clear perspective of both what's real and what's potential. But they've locked it in a cage. They might be working to see things differently, to free themselves. And they might be realizing, it's suddenly clear to them, I'll have to tower this situation, tower it, to get out of the cage. And what it'll unleash when the tower goes is all these butterflies, this transformative energy of change. Nothing can change in this situation. Perhaps somebody didn't even want to think about how much work it would take to accomplish this change. Meanwhile, Queen of Wands, lives here. I don't know where her other half is. And she wouldn't particularly be concerned with that. She has these bees flying around her. she attracts she attracts people to her from her brightness, her sweetness, her nectar. Attracts them to the bower. Well, Wheel of Fortune under Eight of Swords, they're working on it. They want this new destiny outside the cage. And it is a bit mechanical, this Wheel of Fortune. She's holding a Wheel of Fortune is holding a stopwatch in one hand, like a pocket watch, and the topmost gear in this system of wheels that have to mesh is at the heart center, and it actually shows a heart. It's sort of like the gears, everything has to mesh in order for the heart to open up. And in the same way, we've got the cocoon right over this person's heart. The work of opening up the cage door, and perhaps having to even tower it, to bring down the whole situation they're in order to, because tower is a liberating energy. I think they really feel the pull of this Queen of Wands. She's creative. And there's something about, they may have come late. They may have arrived late when there was already a work in progress. Something was already underway. That image that we got before. And the Wheel of Fortune with the stopwatch. And the kind of tick-tock of the gears. The tick-tock of the heart, of the gears that would open the heart. And now I'm almost getting like the garage doors that come down, and sometimes people will try to scoot. That's the image I'm getting of somebody trying to, before the door comes all the way down. And you can't get out. You can't get out. At the last minute, while the orchestra is all queued up and tuned up, is sliding in under the door. Wheel of Fortune is a card of divine timing. They might have gotten out of the cage in the nick of time. In the nick. That's there's a Bonnie Raitt song. In the nick of time. And it might be it couldn't have happened before now. There was some divine timing at work that held this person up. And the work was their own transformation into something more stable and tangible. A real change, Pentacles. Not this sort of, I'll imagine my way out of this cage. It doesn't really work. The growth is inhibited. The wings are poking through the sides of the cage. It's like, how does this person now travel? It's almost like astral travel or something. As if they can think their way there or envision their way there. Tell us about the Queen of Wands, please. Seven of Wands. I think somebody wants to, here they are in the cage. Here they are bending the bars of the cage. If I voluntarily somehow let my worries, my thoughts, my being up in my head all the time inhibit my growth. We have the two winged things here. The work should be transformation, and yet somehow the growth got stunted by preconceived ideas, and this King of Swords is trying to see their way out. They want to bend the bars now with effort, right? Action. Somebody was talking about action today, and then said actualize, and I realized that's really Pentacles energy is making something real, is acting on it, is bringing it into the realm where you can get your hands on it. And until you do that, it's not actual. It's up in the head thing. It's like again, I'm getting the image of the conductor is done like this with the baton. It's a go time. And these are almost like the bars of the cage are almost like the bars on the musical score where the notes are, like the guitar strings or the violin strings. We have 7 of Wands, 7 of Cups. 7 and 7, 14. 14 is temperance, divine timing. There's the baton again. It's almost like this person realizes they're almost too late. It's the nick of time. They've got to make the break. They've got to get out of jail. And the funny part is they're exerting all this effort to bend the bars, but what you see is this impassive face. They're trying not to show reveal how much effort it takes, or their determination, Wands energies. They've picked a love here. Out of all the stars in the sky, they've picked their Cups person. It's tattooed on them. While they were in prison, they like had carved this person's, had tattooed this person's, their connection to this person. Somehow they got under their skin. The needle got under their skin. And they're trying to have a poker face on Queen of Wands, 6 of Wands. I think it is almost too late. We have the bees fluttering around the Queen of Wands, and here we have the hummingbird coming in for the nectar. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Pentacles. Okay, and Judgment. The independent individual. All right, one more. Yeah, okay. Usually when they want one more, it matters. Here we have the independent individual in 3D, living their best life. Supporting themselves, not only maybe financially, but in every other way. They're there for themselves, Pentacles energy. They're present. They've made a home for themselves. Queen of Wands, 4 of Wands. They've created the bower. Bower birds, it's an actual species of birds, or a few in the same whatever, that create bowers. The male bird goes off and gathers usually blue objects from the real world and brings them in and arranges them in such a way that it will entice the partner in. And we have the 2 birds here on the card of the bower. They may be drawn in to her sweetness. And bottom of the deck, it came out in this order: judgment, the wake-up call, a decision to rise to the occasion, rise to the new life. Hear the call, answer the call. And it's Emperor. Who may be very busy. We got all these people on strings. Like he's busy trying to run, his business, his empire, all the people. I think he's a business person. He's been very, focused on that. But somehow drawn toward this single person. Like he's surrounded by people who support him, who he has to run the show. But they're kind of the minions, the people he assigns different tasks. And this is the independent person. And he's drawn, whoever the emperor is, the one who is in control. Something about his long hair and her long earrings. And she's done something, it's the fruits of her labor. This apple here. She's abundant. She's able to take care of her own needs. Meanwhile, he's running a kingdom. He's taking care of everybody's needs in almost this mechanical way. It's like making the trains run on time, making the machine run smoothly. And then we have this hermit energy. It's the 9 in the major arcana, in earth energy. Same as this. The 9 of Pentacles, the independent person, in earth energy, in Pentacles energy, who can stand on their own, and who would very much not cooperate with somebody who wanted to just run the show, make them one of these, because the Emperor is huge and everybody else is dinky. And 9 of Pentacles, Hermit, doesn't play small. They operate, they're run by their own inner wisdom, their own inner, their higher power. This is kind of like the one who runs the show externally. I can make them jump, I can pull the strings. It's all about me coordinating something. And they run up against this very independent, could be a Virgo, person who's grounded in their own truth. Will not, like, everybody else might say, Emperor might say jump and everybody goes in a chorus, how high? And she'd be just, not even hearing it. Well, the Emperor is now hearing it. She's ready to bring them, the one who is spiritual is, they're hearing the call of that celestial vibration that she's putting out. Wands are very vibrational energy. They're not, in that sense, actualized. I see Queen of Wands as supremely actualized. But it's a kind of, it's an invitation to join her, to come to her bower. You want the sweetness? Come find me. You know where to find me. That kind of energy. Oh yeah, Empress. divine feminine. So we have Emperor, Empress here. Wheel of Fortune. I think Queen of Wands knows her destiny, knows how to get there, already has this destination of the bower, is like under construction. It's a work in progress. And Empress is very attractive and very creative. It's about a new beginning, pregnant with possibility, baby in the belly, growing something. Pentacles energy, Empress energy, Taurus energy. But neither Empress nor Queen of Wands goes in hot pursuit of a person who, maybe is telling themselves, I'm trapped. I can't do it. Wish I could. Can't do it. I'm busy. I'm busy being an emperor. Four of Swords. Well, that's on Eight of Swords. They're almost in their dream time, getting these messages. These feathers are raining down on them. Some kind of truth they hadn't acknowledged in their waking state. And it's almost like somebody's trying to wake them up from the dream. From the, belief, sword energy, that they're trapped. They may have gotten a message from her, from Empress, from Empress energy person, kind of wake up, right? I'm offering you a new life. You're busy being busy. Running the kind of factory. Wake up to new life. It's about time, Hermit. A lot of time, you're devoting all your time and effort, Pentacles energy, to this, whatever it is, the business, the empire that they've built. And Nine of Pentacles person, Hermit person, has also built not an empire, but a bower and a lighthouse. This vantage point. And they've done it on their own. Whereas Emperor has been surrounded by this sort of buzz of other people. Okay, we have over here on Seven of Cups, Seven of Wands, Temperance, to the two sevens, adding up to, I'll make this effort and I'll choose you, and I'm busting out of jail. I have love tattooed on my heart. And I'm busting out, but there's something a little bit surreptitious about it. Four of Pentacles. Again, the bars. Something that and it's padlocks all along. They're trying to bend the bars. And this is her house, their house, that she's clutching to her chest. I think she's built, on her own, this bower, this place where, she's good on her own, but she's like leaving room open for the other bird, the other person who might join her there. And it might have been 4 years that I don't know why I always go to that, but it's like 4 or 5, 6 years. And now things are padlocked. And she doesn't look happy about it. but she does look resigned. You know, you had an opportunity to choose me and come forward, and you didn't. And now you're making this effort, Wands energy, to bend the bars, to get to me. This Seven of Cups looks a lot like the Star card. A wish fulfillment, a dream that they somehow shut themselves out of. You know, and they want to get in under the wire. Three of Wands, a card of the future. You know, they may have an intuition that she is waiting for them on the other side of this barrier. She's been waiting, Three of Wands. You know, her hair has grown. Didn't we have hair? So, oh, his beard. This is a fire sign, Aries. He's put his effort and his energy into this operation. And he's getting the wake-up call. There's another life that awaits, you know, outside this cityscape. You know, where all these people live. And you might have to, in order to join your divine feminine, the Nine of Pentacles, Hermit, Empress person, first off, you need to be good on your own. You can't be relying on this groupthink sort of situation, or on your role, your status as the one who runs the show, the big boss. Well, I think this person gets it, because again, in Wands energy, and the energy of fire, of Emperor, King of Wands, marching to the beat of their own drum. You know, like directionally heading. They're thinking a lot about the future, and they're now on the move. They want to take action. That thing about we have to actualize it. We have to make it real. We have to take action toward it. And again, here's Divine Feminine, High Priestess. You know, she can kind of see them coming. You know, and again, we have the cityscape. They may have to move. They may actually have to pick up and move. Leave their empire, leave this cityscape behind them to go to her place, her bower, right? And gain entrance again through some effort and some time to persuade her to undo the lock. You know, they're now trying to bust out of their prison. Now they have to kind of work their way back into her good graces. She's waited a long time, but now they're on fire. They're really, they know what they want. They know how to do it. They know they have to move forward. They're beating their drum. I think she can actually hear their arrival in the harbor. You know, that they're moving toward her. Her harbor. She represents some kind of safe harbor to them. If they can get out of this cage, that's where they're headed, you know, without a second thought. And they may find themselves locked out. Four of Pentacles. Waited so long, you know, how will I ever get back in? That may be their apprehension. You know, I've missed the boat. I held back. Now I'm on fire to go. Now she's holding back. There's sort of a runner-chaser thing going on. And now this guy's definitely doing the chasing. Like they've come to. They've woken up. They've heard the call. And they're being pulled out of their old responsibilities. They're bending the bars to be there. King of Pentacles. You know, like I'm on fire. I'm moving toward, you know, basically toward you, toward this place I may be locked out of. Because I've made you wait so long. But now I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. You know, please, there's a bit of a please let me gain admittance. You know, I had to bend the bars to get out of where I was. I know exactly where I wanted to go. This Seven of Cups, I choose you. And in Cups energy, in water energy, there's divine feminine. They can see her, but only kind of with their third eye. Something about that here. They can see her. Broken out of the cage. Healed. You know, there's sword energy. I'm here, you know. I got in under the wire. I can join this work in progress. Can't I? There's a little bit of a question. You know, they're here now, they're ready to invest. It may have had something to do with their money, that this emperor had his job and his factory-like production. But the wheels turn now, and they're all about love. They're wanting to join in the creation of this, let me build the bower with you, basically. I'm a bower builder. I'll invest everything in this. Am I too late? You know, I've been in hangman place, in a place of non-action, trying to sort out my feelings for divine feminine. And this is the last card, Lovers. You know, the two united, the two, this person has somehow processed their emotion and has zipped, you know, unzipped. The zipper may have been stuck. They've unzipped it. The gears may have been ground to a halt. They're setting them in motion again. This is the destination. And again with the butterflies. Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. This building block. The actualization of something. They want to do it, King of Wands. They want to be there for the other person to help build the bower. And I think she'll let them, you know, work their way back in. It's going to take effort and time. She may not trust them very well. And I think it's a she, so I'll quit the he, she, they business. But whoever's been left waiting, built her place on her own, you know, did it outside the emperor's busy world. And now there's really a chance for this connection to be actualized. We have on the board High Priestess, which is Cancer, Pisces, Libra, all the divine feminines. We have Empress, divine feminine, Taurus energy. The season we're in right now, and it may be that this is divine timing, This is when you get in under the wire. The music is about to begin. Card of Gemini. Pisces, processing emotions. Aries in Emperor. Virgo in Hermit. Chance for new life. New life, if it's nurtured. This is a card of choice, as much as anything. In this instance, they know enough to choose each other. They know what this relationship means. Will they get there in time? And they're certainly going to make the effort. Wands energy, King of Wands, Seven of Wands, pulling back the bars. And there's an opportunity. There's something that's already taken root. Somehow through their intention, they're on their way. They want to get back in to her life. Pentacles energy. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a chance for this. But boy, I'm sorry to say, Divine Masculine really reorients himself. Somehow it's on him. He at one point left her on her own, and she flourished. She built the bower herself. So unless he's really true and warm and loving and knows what he wants, chances are that that bower will be locked to him. This is Gemini season. It may happen between now, Empress time, and Gemini season. This opportunity for a new beginning, this potential that Empress holds in her belly. Remember that thing about the repair? That the stallion and the mare getting separated? I suppose it's possible that this person actually became incarcerated somehow. They had to serve out a term. Yeah, that's a whole nother can of worms. Have I named them all? Aries and the Emperor, Virgo and Hermit, Gemini and Lovers, Pisces and Hangman. We got everything here. Taurus in Empress. Cancer, Pisces, Libra, and Divine Feminines and High Priestess. Emperor, Empress. I think there's a good chance this can be repaired. These two come back, I thought that was clever for dream think. For dream think. When this person's guard is down, it's almost like the cage evaporates. They bend the bars. They come toward Divine Feminine. We have Empress and High Priestess. So that Divine Feminine energy is very strong. Is an attraction. Queen of Wands for this King of Wands. Is now independent too and headed their way. Whoever is the action taker is finally taking action, has actually divested whatever this other show he was running in favor of the relationship. Lovers. Next time.